Jian Ghomeshi was found not guilty today of all 3 charges against him, and many people are saying they're disappointed. And of course, it must be a disappointment for the women who had the courage to go to the police and have him charged. But what we can thank Ghomeshi for is creating this atmosphere 2 years ago in which this discussion was able to take place for the first time ever about sexual assault. It's on the front page now, it's top of the news, a lot of people are talking about it. But I also think that for the first time the public has had an inside view of a sexual assault trial, which they don't usually see. I think what it's done is highlighted the need for education for judges, police, Crown attorneys, lawyers, to understand the psychology of this very unique crime and why women react the way they do after a sexual assault. And I believe, my feeling is that when you've been sexually assaulted by a friend, a relative, a lover, someone you know, it's very hard to admit to yourself that somebody that you loved and respected would treat you in this way and hurt you in such a deep, profound way. So we tend to deny it, we tend to question our own behavior, to blame ourselves, and to try to smooth things over and continue the relationship in some way, or normalize the relationship so it isn't as painful. But I think what also happened was, I don't believe these women were properly prepped for this trial. I think if the Crown and the police had properly done their jobs in this case, you know, this last-minute evidence of the emails and photos and so on wouldn't have come out of left field, thus destroying the credibility of the women. And I think going forward, perhaps women should consider going the civil route, because the burden of proof is not as high, and also the accused, in this case it would have been Ghomeshi, would also be questioned about his behavior. Of course, in the criminal court, no accused can be forced to testify in their own defense, which of course is what happened here. So in a he said, she said situation, which was this case, all we got was the she said. We never got the he said, other than for him to say he was not guilty. And then my final point would be that even though he was found not guilty, that doesn't necessarily mean he's innocent. And just because the burden of proof is so high and he has to be found guilty beyond reasonable doubt, that doesn't necessarily mean that, even though from a legal standpoint he's been acquitted, he may not be as innocent as that.